Hi, I'm Mandeep Singh, founder of mandeeps.com, and in this video we'll be working with our Gaming Mechanics library and Live Leaderboard module. So let's get started. What I have here is the default installation of DNN 9.6.2, and I've already created a few pages. I have a members page here, which I have a members directory module on, and then I've already created a leaderboard page to which we're going to go ahead and add the leaderboard module. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's put it right here. The leaderboard module displays and ranks users according to their activities and interaction with your site. Obviously, there's no users at this time since we haven't configured the module. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and navigate to manage. And let's look at the settings. It's simple. We're just at the bottom here displaying how many users we want to display. So do you want to display the top 25 ranked users or top 10 and so forth. And then right here, we're choosing what kind of points are we basing those rankings on. Are we doing a leaderboard based on user experience or their reputation? So Gaming Mechanics Library supports multiple different point types and they're configurable, and we will look at that in a minute. So you could have different leaderboards, one showing the experience, one showing the reputation, or your own custom point types as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the configuration. I'm going to go ahead and click on Manage Game Mechanics, and let's look at each of these options. Okay, let's go ahead and head over to Administration, and one of the first things I want to look at is the point types. Like I said, out of the box we get experience point types and reputation point types, but you could go ahead and create your own. For example, you may want to have rewards for your users. For example, you may have an e-commerce site, and every time a customer buys something, you want to give them some reward points that they can then redeem at a later date and time. So you can go ahead and come right here and create a new point type and call it rewards. Or you could have a separate section on your site and you want to manage its points separately from anything else. And you can, there's a lot of different use cases and scenarios, but the idea is you can simply come in here, give it a new point type, give it a description, and then track and accumulate those points separately. So that's pretty neat. All right, let's go ahead and look at how do users collect points. What needs to happen for them to earn or get awarded these points? So that's activities. Whenever a user perform an activity, they can get awarded points for it. So out of the box, Gaming Mechanics comes with two categories: membership and social. So memberships are things like when a user creates a new account or sign-ups on your site. So you can award them points based on that activity. Or when they simply just log on to the site, we can go ahead and award them points based on that. The other thing that Gaming Mechanics comes out of the box is social. And that is when you're using DNN social features. For example, when you send a friend request to somebody, or you accept their friend request, or you follow a user and so forth. So all that right here is there, and we can use that to award points. Now, Gaming Mechanics integrates with other products. For example, it integrates with our live forums module, and there are activities based on that. And then similarly, it integrates with our exchange module. There's a separate video if you're interested in these two. Do check that out. For right now, we're just gonna look at the out-of-the-box features of Gaming Mechanics Library. All right, the next tab is privileges, and there are no out-of-the-box privileges. These apply more to third-party integration. For example, if you were integrated with live forums, you may want to grant a user privilege to moderate other users, or to accept an answer, or to upvote an answer, something along those lines based on their activity and their experience. Let's look at badges next, and badges are basically, awards or certificates that this user has reached a certain milestone or completed a certain goal. Now there's 3 different tiers that badges come in out of the box: bronze, gold, and silver. It's super easy to create new badges, but before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at administration and go back to badge tiers. These 3 that come out of the box are right here. That's how their badges look like. It's super easy to go ahead and create your own. You simply give it a name, you give it a background color and a text color, so you can totally customize the look and feel. The background color is right there, and that's a text color. So you can go ahead and create as many tiers as you need to manage your batches. All right, now that we have covered the basics of gaming mechanics, let's put it to test. Okay, so let's go to activities, and let's go ahead and create some basic points that we want to award based on these activities. So let's go to user logged onto site. I want to award 1 point, and notice right here it says I'm awarding experience points. So let's say if I don't want to work with experience, I wanted to work in reputation, then you would go back down here, choose reputation, and now you're working with reputation points. So this allows you to switch your points, and you can have different awards for different point types. So I'm just gonna go ahead and choose experience here, and then go back to this. I'm gonna say we want to award 1 point every time a user logs onto the site, but maximum 1 time within a day or within 7 days, so it's up to you. Right now they can only earn 1 point once every week. If I change this to once a day, they can earn a point once every day. So let's go ahead and do that. And now it says that, when a user logs in, award a point maximum 1 time in 1 day. Let's go ahead and do a couple other things. How about when somebody sends a friendship request? Let's award them 5 points, and I'm just gonna leave this defaults. Again, this is saying maximum once. They can earn 5 points once every week. And let's say when somebody accepts a friendship request, let's award them 5 points as well. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, so this is some basics point that I've set up just to do a quick demo. Let's go to batches, and let's create a new batch. We will call this social. So this user is social, and it's a bronze tier. I can choose the tier here, and we're gonna award this batch once maximum within 7 days. All right, let's go ahead and update, and user sends out friendship requests. And now that I've hit update, I get to decide what is the criteria to award this batch. So I'm gonna say that the user needs to be able to send out they must have sent a friendship request, and I can go ahead and do counts that must have sent 5 requests and so forth. And I can do multiple activities to kind of create a custom goal. For example, must have sent 5 requests and must have accepted 3 requests to get this award. And I can do, again, add multiple. But for right now, I'm going to keep it simple and just say it needs to send out 1 request to earn this award. And then let's create another one, another batch. And this one we'll call friendly. We'll just say accepts friendship requests. And again, we'll leave it at bronze. And for this one, we'll just say the user must have accepted at least 1 friendship request. All right, we have this configured. So let me go ahead and close out of this. And here we're showing experience points on the outside, so that's fine. Let's go back to the leaderboard. Now, obviously, there's been no activity yet, so there's nothing to show. So let's go ahead and change that. I'm going to log out and log back in as a regular user. Okay, so let's go ahead and log in. I'm going to go ahead and log in as John Doe. Oops, I used a wrong username, so let's fix that, and let's log in as John Doe. Okay, so now that I'm logged in as John Doe, one of the first things that I see is that John Doe is now ranked as a top user because a point was awarded to John Doe. If I click on that, I see that point was awarded because the user logged onto the site. All right, so that is working. Let's head over to members, and let's send a friendship request to Mandeep Singh, that's me, and then let's also send one to Mary Jane. And I'm gonna head back to leaderboard and take a look, and now what we see is John Doe has 11 points because he earned 5 points for sending friendship request, and that was done twice, so that's 10 points there. We also see that John has earned a social badge already, And the badge is basically because he sent out at least one friendship request. All right, let's go ahead and log out. I'm gonna log right back in as Mary Jane. And then we see Mary Jane got a point as well just by logging in. But I'm gonna go back to Mary Jane's messages, and it says John wants to be friends, so Mary's gonna go ahead and accept that. Let's go back to leaderboard, and now I see Mary has 6 points because she earned 5 points for accepting the friendship request. She also earned herself a badge called friendly, and we can see the description of the badge kind of appear right there as well. Now, as an end user to the site, the default view is always this month. So we're looking at the users that are ranked and that have collected points this month. You can always change that to this year, last month, last year, and all times. That's it for this short video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos on gaming mechanics and integration with live exchange and live forums. And like always, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to open support ticket and we'll be happy.